a little bit different. Try to move some things around. We're gonna just try to get the angle we have for, and also I want to be able to show you what's going on over here, so that way you can see what we are actually truly working on. So these are some of the original balloons here that we're working on. Let me see if I can bring you into view here. I'm gonna have some movement, guys. All right, so there you go. So we're looking at these balloons right here on the side, and this is one of the ones that we made. So we've got that one right here. Here, let me move this this camera cable out of the way. All right, and then you can see right here, this one here is one of the originals. This one here is a shot of some of the originals as well. With the blue and white one is one that I don't know. That would be kind of a hard one to do. But so far, we've made this the red, white, and blue with the yellow fringes going around it. We've made this one, the orange with the blue stripe one. And we made another one. I'm trying to see if we can find it in any of these shots here. And there's another one here that we're going to try to attempt. Red, white, and blue, but with a gold top. This one is gold, but with a red band. So these are some of the originals. See this one here? This one right here. That's one that we just did. Let's see if I can bring that into camera. There you go. So there's that one right there. And then let's see if we can find, oh, I've made this one though. Oh, I don't know if you can see it barely in the camera angle there. Let me just adjust it slightly. So this one here, Hearts of Fire. That one I've done. There's quite a few balloons that I've made in the last several years. Oh, there's another original. Okay. This is one that we can try to make today. That one would be really fun to make. I'm trying to find some of the original balloons. This one could possibly be an original from 1972. Oh, look at that. There it is, guys. I believe we have an image of the 13 original. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Yep, there we go, guys. So these are some of the balloons that we're going to be trying to work on here. So far, we have made this one, which that looks more red than orange. And all of these, they don't look gold. This one looks yellow, but this one should be orange. Interesting. So we can't really go off of this one, but look at how many different red, white, and blue balloons are. So this one here has the yellow fringe, blue flags on it, but we didn't add the blue flags. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red, white, and blues. This one here has got white with like kind of a, maybe that was a, I don't know, maybe that was some sort of like an advertisement on it. This one's going to be a little difficult. There's another one that's very similar to that is going to be difficult. Or maybe that's it, the white with the blue. And then this one here, crazy kaleidoscopy colors. So we've done this one. We were going to attempt to do this one. I don't think I have enough white anymore, though, to do any more white balloons. How are we supposed to do any of these? If we don't have any white, all of this is white with a bunch of colors. And we can make another one of these. Oh, also, where is that? Wait. There's one missing from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's a red and blue striped one. So maybe this one, because I don't know what this one is. Maybe they didn't know. I've seen one like this. Interesting. Maybe they had to change it up or something. All the different images here. All right, let's get out of there. Let's see if we can find more. Here's one of the originals as well. You can see the blue flags, 1972 event pin. So they started making pins from 1972. How awesome is that? There's an original. So, all right, that's a good image right there. So this one right here. So that's got the red, white, and blue, but it's got the blue fringe on this one instead of the yellow. And then you got these, and then this one right here in the back, which is that red or is that orange? See, I thought it was orange, so I ended up making an orange one. And I don't know if it actually is supposed to be red. So we might have to replicate that one and make a red one, which is what I was saying yesterday. Trying to find some more of those original photos, but yeah, these are all just, there's another history one, but I don't know if that is from 1972 or if it was like from the first year of ballooning. See, here's that other one again. Now that one looks more red than orange, so we may have made the wrong color. We may have to replicate that one there in red. So far we've done 3 of the original 13 balloons, but looks like we're gonna replicate that one again. All right, we're just gonna get back up to the top right here. So these are the original photos that I've been able to find. And right here is probably one of the best images. This one here. And there's this one. That one is from a different year, I believe. This one, I think, is from 1972 right here. So you got that blue and white one. So maybe whoever made that one image, see, here's another one of the original. Another original one, kind of. White one with red. Is that white one with red? Maybe. No, because there's other balloons in the sky there too. So this must be from like 1973. Here's original Sid Cutter 1972. And there's one of the original ones with the Wile E. Coyote. I believe the Roadrunner might be on the opposite side of that. All right, well, oh, there it is. Look. So this is the balloon that I was thinking is from 1972, but maybe this is a 1973 balloon. Or maybe this is just a year that it came back. But as you can see, There's that one. And here, I'll turn it around so you can actually get the color. But that's the red and blue one right there. All right, so let's switch these around. I'll get the camera around here. That way you can see the colors a little bit better here. All right, so the original balloons, this might have been the first one that I made yesterday. So you can see there's the red and blue striped one. And then we made the orange and blue stripe, which I'm thinking it's red and blue. So we are going to replicate this one right now. Since we have the colors, I need to get more white. Without white, I cannot make a lot of balloons. I'm gonna go through my colors here right now. But then we got that one there. That's the orange and blue, and then the original Sid Cutter Stars and Stripes. Check that out. All red, white, and blue with that yellow fringe going all the way around it. It's thicker on this side, so I don't know which side we're going to hang it from that side or the thinner side there. So, but you can choose which side you want to wear it back. All right, I'm going to search to see if we have any more white, because we definitely need some white to continue making some glass here. That's glow in the dark. That's not white. We could make some that look like, oh, I see some white right there. Nice. We could make some that look like they're white, but they're actually glow in the dark. All right, let's see. Oh, there might be some white right here. Let's see what this is. This might be that translucent white, which it isn't a solid white. I don't like that one. There's a little bit of this white. So see, this one's a translucent white on top, but then the one on the bottom is thicker. It's more opaque. That's what I'm needing, but I need a lot of it. All right, we'll put that translucent one to the side there next to the other ones. Let's see if I can reach this glass here. I'm trying to grab these jars here without knocking everything over. But there is a piece of white in here. There it is, star white. That's what we need. So we need the star white. That's from North Star. Star white. So that's the white that we need, guys. It's got a little bit of red on it. We'll pull that off. All right, which means we're saved. We're saved by the day, for the day. And we can actually make some of those other ones as well. All right, we only got an hour here, guys. And I'm going to get going. So let's get started, because these take quite a long time. Okay, so we're gonna always every morning have a little wake and bake session. It is recreational here in New Mexico, just to remind you all. So if you'd like to partake with me at this time, go ahead and do so. All right, so we're gonna just start off with that first one that I was saying, and go with the red and the blue. Hmm. Well, maybe we'll do another red, white, and blue real quick. I'm gonna take off the sticker here of the star white real carefully so it doesn't stay on there. We'll throw this in the trash. We'll clean it up some with the Norwex cloth here. And that way I can stick this to the piece of white that we had from yesterday. See if I can find that. Okay, there it is. So we used up all the white yesterday until that little tiny bit. So I'm going to put this onto the handle here. And it's melting it down, melting the white down, getting it molten. I keep dropping my joint out of my mouth. Alright. Just gotta get focused on working. Anyways, that glass tip slipped right out of my mouth. That's funny. Okay, well that's how you lose all your wax on top. All right, now we're gonna clean up this red here. So what I've done is I fused this onto the handle there. Now we're gonna get rid of this red that's on top. We don't need any of that on there. And because we have that red stripe still, or as a stringer, we are going to do the red and white balloon real quick. So we're just going to put a little bit of a stringer here, try to match it with the red one. We don't want it too thick nor too thin. There we go. So now we've got the red, we've got the white ready to go, and then we'll add some blue too. So we're gonna do the. There's one that's a Stars and Stripes, but with the white and red and white kind of spiraling up really tightly around the balloon, and then the blue is stripped on the sides of it over the spiral white and blue. So this one's a little bit tricky, but not too bad. And I'm gonna scroll up to find that balloon actually. Oh, there isn't. I don't know if there is an image of it inflated on here. So hard to find all those old 1972 images. We're just rounding down the tip now. Okay, there it is. Oh, I don't know if there is any skirting. I think it just spirals all the way down to the bottom, with the blue almost reaching the bottom. That's interesting. Okay, so the trick to this is that white and red, they're so twisted up together real nicely. Let's see if I flip this around, can I even show you that image? Almost. This one right here that I'm looking at. So that's the image that we're looking at there. And I'm trying to replicate. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to add these white and red stripes or lines going down it, then we're going to spiral it up so we can get a really nice tight red, white, and blue pattern, or white and red pattern actually. We're going to add these colors around. Basically the same pattern as always. The one line down on one side and one line across from the other, and then some lines in between those. Some lines in between those. And we'll go in between those. All right, then we're going to add the white in between all those lines. And then we're going to spin this all up. So we're going to get it all molten. And we're going to spin all those colors up to create that pattern, that kind of effect there. So it looks like there's a lot of red and white all spiraling up around each other. But really it's only just a few lines. One more line right here. All right, so we're on our last line right here. So now we got all the red and the white all lined up there. I'm gonna get this whole thing molten, and then we'll spin it up. Alright, so this will be the fourth 4 out of 13 balloons. So after this one, we'll have 9 more to go. Except we're going to have to replicate that one because I think it's red, not orange. I don't know. I can't really tell the difference. Maybe they didn't have orange. Maybe they only had red. So that's one thing that I've learned going out there working as a crew member for a Polar Dawn balloon for Rick Jones and going out there every year for the last, like, I don't know, 7 to 10 years almost. And I'm learning about all the different technical things that have to go into ballooning, you know, like all the equipment and stuff. And one of the things that I learned is that the balloons are all made of different fabric. And they all have different panels and different, I don't know if they're called spines or what they're called, but they got the different panels. They're made of different materials that are lightweight. Some are lighter than others, so of course the lighter weight material will rip easier. You got to be more gentle with those compared to the real heavy material. And they also produce colors in certain years. So some years they might not have all the colors available. Nowadays they got so many different colors. But back in those days, you know, in 1972, there was probably only a few specific colors available in the balloon material. So I'm trying to see or figure out exactly just what color that one is. Alright, so now we're going to start to twist this up. This is going to give it that red, white spiral spinning around the whole thing, and then we're going to add the blue going down it. And this is twisted up quite a bit. So we're going to really twist this thing up nice and tight. I thought this one might be really hard, and it actually is turning out to be possibly one of the more easier designs so far. So that's cool. Alright, now I'm just going to try to tighten up this bottom here a little bit more. Because I know I'm going to pull it. So when I pull it, it's going to untighten. So that is cool. Alright. So now we got that red and white spiral wrapped around all nice and tight around itself. And it's going to be glowing, but you can kind of see those spirals and how tightly twisted up they are. Now I'm going to just round this back down, get that balloon shape that we're used to. It's already 7:50. We should be getting close to finishing this one. I got to get going here in the next 40 minutes, guys. So hopefully we can get this one done. We can start on the next one, get that one done, and be out of here in 40 minutes. So now, this is my own little game, my own little challenge here. So now I'm just rounding it up. We're just shaping this balloon to the right roundness on top. And we'll get the whole body, the rest of it all round. So we can start adding all the different shape now. We're going to add that blue on each side here. Just trying to get it back to a good consistency with the 16 mil rod. So if there's 13 balloons, and I normally sell these for 20 a piece, that's what, 260. Good morning. So that's $260 that we're looking at for the set. And then being that it's a special set, we might just bring them up to $300 for this set to get all 13 balloons. You know, because some of these balloons aren't only just $20. Sometimes I charge $30. So you know.
You're making balloons?
Yeah, I'm making the original. So can you see that image right there? That's from 1972, and then you can see those are some of the original ones right there. But I think that one in the back is more red than blue, so I'm going to redo that one too. And right now I'm working on the striped white and red with the blue panel on the side. So I just twisted that up. So that's all red and white there. So to get that kind of look. And then I'm going to add the blue right now on the side. So I'm trying to get this one done and one more done real quick, and then I'm going to head out to go grab that stuff, and then I'll be back. But I'll be out there in a second to help you out. Came in and ruined my kitchen. It was balanced. Alright, so now I'm going to add this blue on the side here. And it might be 2 strips of blue on each side. Alright, so my daughter just woke up, guys. So I gotta go get her some food now. And then try to get all this done still inside. I did not think she'd be up this early, but she did fall asleep really early last night. Alright, so now we got that blue on each side of that red and the white. And I don't know if I was supposed to pull it all the way down, but I did, so it is how that is now. Now we're gonna melt this all down. We gotta melt that blue down. I'm gonna try to help it with the paddle. Just trying to flatten it in. And it'll help to spread it out some too. Let's go to the edges here. What I'm doing is I'm just melting that blue, heating it up as much as I can, and then I'm just running this right on top of it to flatten it, and then trying to go on the edge of it so it flattens into the side there of the red and the blue, or the red and the white, I mean. All right, so now I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and let the fire do its job. We're gonna just round it back out again. So this one might not be so difficult, but this one is gonna take a little bit more time with the melting. We're already at 7:57. Can we finish this in 3 minutes? Probably not. But we're getting that blue melted down really nice. It's all becoming one. It's all fusing with that red and the white underneath it. The red and that white is popping up, or the blue is sinking in. It's all becoming one surface. That way, it's all fused together. You can't even tell that it was drawn onto it. Looks like it was just simply pasted on. We're rocking back and forth to make sure we're not spiraling that color up. It's also good to exchange hands and to do that on the left side as well as the right hand and left hand. So learning how to become ambidextrous in the glass, working with glass and being ambidextrous is very crucial for really getting your glass to sit well, and then you can give your arm a rest as well when you need to. All right. So now we're at that ballooning shape. Pretty good. I can tell though that it's more poofed out on this side than that side. So we're going to try to actually sink that in a little bit, forcing that other portions out. Alright. So just trying to help round it up a little bit more. Which sometimes when you do that, it flattens it out by putting the paddle to the molten glass. And now I got to round it back up just a little bit. But it really did help. And I don't know if we twisted up this pattern underneath it too tight or not. But that's the thing about replicating these balloons is sometimes you got to just go back and make another one. You're like, all right, let's see if we can make that a little bit better. All right, we're just rounding up that top now, using that little technique I use with the paddle to keep it round with a flat paddle. Oh. All right, now we got to add, forgot about that, but we do need to add a couple little dots on the blue to represent some, some stars. And they're all different sizes. That I did notice. So we're going to try to go in and get some really tiny ones on there first. So we're just letting it touch the surface of that glass and then pulling it off. And then I'm going to let it just sit a little bit longer. We'll get some bigger ones. Something like that. We got a bunch of little tiny dots and then a few little bigger ones to create a little difference in stars for the stars and the stripes, guys. Now we're going to melt that down, which that white should sink in pretty easily. And then we'll start adding the ribs on the side, the spines, the ribs. I forget what those are called. Maybe it's the panels. You got the different squares sewn together to create different panels. But I forget what I don't know, maybe the panels are called something else or the squares are called something else. I will try to re-educate myself this year. So October 1st through the 9th, Balloon Fiesta here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you've never been, it's a sight to see in person. It's not the same when you watch it on the Fiesta or Balloon Fiesta. I don't know what it is, what channel it is on YouTube, but they go live pretty much during the whole event. So it's a huge deal worldwide. People watch it from all over. All right. Now we're going to add the ribbing to create the balloons. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just start right on the blue. We're just adding a clear rod going along the sides of it. And these rods we're not going to fuse in and melt all the way down. We're going to actually leave the texture of it. So it gives it that balloon look. So I may be the only glass artist in the world who replicates balloons off of the trading card or off of your own individual photos. If you got your own personal photos, you can send me emails of your favorite hot air balloon, and I will do my best to replicate it into a beautiful pendant that's only about an inch big. So we're talking little tiny details. This is some of the most intricate and advanced glass that I can do. Takes a lot of hand-eye coordination. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. I'm going to have to get myself some glasses soon. All right, so now we're going to just make sure that all that is nice and even. Hello. See, got that red, white, and blue. You can, except I ate a portion of it because I figured it was going to get soggy pretty much. Yeah, if you want to eat it like it is. Okay. All right. If he's going to eat some cold leftover food, I guess. Like, all right, I'm going to be out there in a sec. All right, so now we're going to just try to round up this top portion a little bit. Get the top to poof out more. We're going to taper off the bottom. Add a loop on top, which we're about to do right now. With the same clear glass that we were using. I'm going to offset the blue. So you're going to see it from that kind of side angle instead of straight on. Yeah, so I'm just heating up this loop here, adhering it really, really well, making sure that this is one of the strongest parts of the whole entire pendant. Because if the loop breaks, then you got no more pendant, no more necklace, and then you just got yourself a little glass balloon that I guess you can play with or whatever. But that's not the point of these. The point is to keep these around for a very long time as mementos, as keepsakes, little souvenirs. Oh man, this is gonna be one of my favorite ones so far. Woo, I love it. All right, now we're just gonna pull this off of the rod here, and then I'm gonna attach the gondola, and maybe we'll get started on the next one. I'm not sure because now my daughter's away. I gotta get ready to go. I don't know if I can rush job that one. I don't really want to rush anything today. Maybe we'll just make one more generic balloon real quick. We can make that one. Oh no, I don't want to use all the white. I was gonna say we can make that one generic one that's all white with the little blue stripe around it, but let's not. This might be the only one of the day, guys, which is fine. We'll keep these videos short. Maybe we'll just do one balloon every time. All right, so I'm just gonna heat up the bottom portion here. That way we can taper the balloon. And then, like I said, those spirals, they're going to get a little bit stretched out. That's why I was trying to tighten them up some. Trying to keep these lines straight without twisting them. I don't really want them to twist around to each other. But we're getting close there, guys. Getting really close to what I'm trying to get to here. We're pretty much there, guys. Now we're going to add a little bit of clear in between. And then the gondola, which is simply just a little bit of butterscotch, sometimes caramel or caramel or caramel or caramel. We're just going to add this right on the bottom. We're going to pop it off of here. And that is the finished balloon right there. Number 4 of the original 13, guys. That is cool. Well, it can hang either like this. You'll see that little bit of blue on the side, or like that. So you get that red with that blue. But that is so cool. Alright. Let me just pop this off. This is also one of the most delicate parts of it, the very last step. You don't want to pinch it out of these tweezers. All right, let me drop it into the kiln. Woo! All right, there we go. Let's see what the kiln is at. Oh, we're gonna leave it on. Okay, that's at 9:35. So that's close. There's no way I can make one in 15 minutes. Those are taking me 45 minutes. I really wish I could. No, I'm tempted. I'm like, should I try that? Should I try it again with the red this time? We're just gonna make a simple generic one. All right, so to make a real simple one, we're gonna just take two colors here. Let's go with the yellow. I don't know, what, yellow and green, yellow and red, yellow blue. We use so many different colors. So we're simply just going to stripe it. From the bottom, and then we're going to spiral all the way up to the top, just like that. And we get one more color. Let's see, yellow and green. We got the green already pulled too. So now we grab that one, we go right in between the lines we just drew. We're going to spiral this one all the way up to the top, just like that. So now you got two spiral lines wrapped around. We'll melt those down real quick. So you can see the difference now in how long it takes to make a custom balloon compared to these ones, which these ones are the $20 ones that I sell all day. And sometimes I might decide to just do a buy one, get one free. So you get two for 20. But the custom ones, I never do the buy one, get one free. Those are always custom. They're all unique, one of a kind. I mean, these are all one of a kind as well. But like I said, these are just generic. We're not trying to replicate a balloon that's actually out there. We're just mixing some colors, some beautiful colors together. You know, the green and the yellow here. You know, we could always add something else to it too, if you wanted to add a little bit of something else, we could. There's two ways of doing this. You can draw those lines straight down and then twist the whole thing up. Or you can just draw some lines right around like that. So it all depends. This way the lines are thicker going around, wrapped around. And when you twist them up, they tend to thin out, like the red and the white one that we just made. That one, you can see how tight of a spiral it became the more we twist it. And if I twisted this one, we could actually get these lines to actually spiral out real thin as well. So we're going to keep them thick, just like that. We'll kind of let this set up. And then we're going to add our rod again. Now the only thing is we're out. We are out of rod, so we're going to pull some. So this is a 16 mil rod. We're going to pull like a close to a 7 millimeter rod from this one here. So this takes a little bit of some skill. I'm going to heat up this whole thick portion here, which this is going to take a little bit extra time than I was really hoping for. But we'll get this ready to pull, so that way we can have some rod ready to go for later today. So I'm simply just going to attach it right here. We're going to snap that back off and start to pull this. And I'm just going to bring that heat to that thick portion. And we're slowly just going to draw or thin out this glass. We're just going to stretch it out. We're going to use that heat and slowly just pull some of that glass from this. As soon as I get the heat going, it's going to start pulling a lot quicker. Here we go. You can see how it's just starting to just pull. And now the trick is not pulling too quickly or I'll thin it out. Not pulling too slow or it'll thicken. It's keeping that consistent. Alright. Okay, that's probably long enough. So we're just going to let that stretch more as it's got that heat still in there. Now it's setting up. And then that always happens as soon as it sets up, it pops off. We're just going to straighten that out. And now we're going to add those lines. We're going to use this. Be careful not to touch that hot spot on there. And we're going to draw these lines going down the balloon. Starting on one side. Sometimes you want to start on a specific color or something, but being that this is the generic one, we're just going to start on one side, pull that line down, go completely opposite of that one, pull that line down. Then we're going to spin it like a 90-degree turn there so we can get right in between both of those lines. So basically divide those in half. And then we'll go right across from that one, divide that in half. So now you got four, like you got that like crisscross pattern there. And then you go in between those, and that's it. We have a total of 8 ribs going down. Let's see if we can get this one done in 15 minutes. That first one took 45. Let's see if we can get this generic one done in 15. And that way you can really see why I charge, $30 to $40 or more for the custom balloons. And yeah, I know I could even ask $100 on each one, being that they're all one of a kind. No one else makes them in the world. I'm the only artist, the only glass artist in the world who replicates balloons, that I could put my own price on them and ask whatever I'd really like for you. Alright, so we've reached the 1 hour mark here. So yeah, maybe we'll just keep these videos at 1 hour and less, so you can watch the entire demonstration of making at least one balloon. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll just go back-to-back live videos. So that way I'm not just making one balloon a day, but we can try to get these done, as many as we can. We'll just do like maybe 5 different live videos in a day or something like that. We're just getting that balloon shaping now. We're trying to push it down into itself. Really get that balloon shape going. Keeping it round on top. But we do want to try to flatten it out a little bit. That's how the balloons are. They're a lot bigger on the top portion, ballooned out. compared to the bottom. Okay, so now we grab this glass here. Be very careful not to touch the hot portion of it. Stick that on. Anywhere is fine. I almost stretched that out. I almost made a big old mistake right there. Alright, then we'll just push that down right across from itself. Try to keep that straight. And grab our reamer here. And then this here, like I say every time, we want to make this attach really well, because you want your loop to be the strongest thing here on the pendant, because without a loop, it's no longer a pendant, it's no longer a necklace. You can't wear it. If that loop breaks, then it's you have to bring it back to me if I can put a new loop on it. But sometimes that's easy, and sometimes it's difficult to do. And sometimes the glass will just break. We'll have to just replicate it again anyways. Alright, now we're going to pull this off. It's 8:25. We got 5 minutes to try to finish this up. So that's just for my own timing here today, guys. And we're slowly getting it to the molten point here. Now that it's molten, I can slowly start to pull it away from itself. And then we're going to add this glass to it here, right there, twist it around. I'm going to pull this portion off real quick. And then we'll be able to finish this up, and I can get off the torch here and get going. Hello. So this one here, almost done, guys. 8:26. Let's see if we can get this done in less than 4 minutes. Alright, these generic ones, they don't really need that extra bit of clear glass, because they already have that clear on the bottom. So that's the cool part about these. And I'm going to pull that down just a little bit more. There we go. Make that really, really tiny. Then we'll add this color here, the butterscotch, for the basket. Round that up. Get ready to grab it with the tweezers, but you gotta let that set up, because you don't want that to get mashed. We gotta let that set up. I'm gonna preheat these so we don't shock the glass. It's set up now. We can grab it, snap it off, hold it very carefully so it doesn't fall off the tweezers and fall into your lap or on the table or anything. Clean up the loop, and bam, there you go. Alright, so there's a generic balloon right there with one of the original 13s as well. I'm going to drop that in the kiln. Make sure this gets up to 1080. It's at 980 right now. All right, so I'm gonna shut this down. But you guys, thank you guys so much for watching and seeing how I replicate these balloons. The original 13 balloons are coming, guys. They're coming slowly but surely. And this one might have to be turned into red. I don't know if they had orange or not, so we might have to change it to this one here, the red and blue. So we'll replicate this one again. And then the one we just did is amazing red, white, and blue pattern, you guys. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Dan the Glassman. This is the Glassman's World. You guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you soon at the Balloon Fiesta, which is coming up October 1st. And I'll be there and I'll be live. And we'll be crewing with Rick Jones and Polar Dawn for Dawn Patrol. We'll see you every morning. Later.